enjoy yourself. You're about to get a message from yours truly. Sit back and enjoy yourself. You're about to hear a message from yours truly. Pure Bama Freeman lifestyle. Ooh, hey. You're about to go from city to city. Yeah, yeah. Traveling across this land. Pure Bama Freeman lifestyle. Ooh.
You see, I'm finna go to Colombia because them Colombian women different. See, these women over in the States, they too spoiled. Now I done went out here, I done beat my girl thing up. I'm talking about beating it up. Here she go, you must have took something. What if I fucking did? What if I did? But doesn't matter, did you like it? Yes or no? Last week, I was gummy bear. Today, I'm strong as a rock. But now you complaining? You want Colombia, man. Hold on, that ain't hard. They love what I'm offering.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? It's your boy Bama, Bama the Traveler, as y'all know me as, and some people know me as Bama in Brazil. If you've been with me for a while, you know me as Pure Bama as well. But all in all, that boy is all Bama, man. Shout out to y'all, man, and I want to give you all a major salute for coming through. Y'all come through today, man. Hit the like button if you're new, sub to the channel, and most importantly, hit that notification bell. It is all for the free. It's all for the free, man. So come through, man. Chop it up with your boy, man. And for those that catch it on the playback, make sure you drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this one. Because I have accepted the fact, and that's what we're going to talk about today. What I have accepted. And I want to also sort of pose this to some of you guys, even if you think it doesn't apply to you. It's just my opinion. But I've accepted the fact that I'm not good enough in this particular market. I have accepted the fact that I'm not appealing enough. I have accepted the fact that I'm a broke, busty, dusty, lame. I've accepted the fact that I'm just not appealing. Now, was it like this before? Nah. Hey, for those that may want to catch it like that, was it like that before? Nah. But however, I've accepted that fact. So we're gonna talk about it today, man, and I want to also play this audio for you guys. It's a video on my end, but I want to play this audio of some guys that have accepted the fact as it pertains to black women. There's a lot of us that have accepted the fact that we're just not up to snuff. We don't measure up. We don't meet the criteria. And a lot of us have pretty much just said, it's not worth the squeeze. It's not worth the attempt. Even if we attempted to level up, even if we attempted to be the best version of ourselves, Even if we measure up to everything that is required to get a suitable, great woman in this country, at the end of the day, it ain't gonna be enough. Let me repeat it again. Even if you do all of the requirements, even if you go add a couple inches on your height, go get you some muscles, grow your beard, slick your head bald, become six figures earning, or become a six-figure earning man. If you can go get a BBL on your ping, for those that need it. Oh man, listen, ain't none of that is gonna be enough, bro. You have to accept the fact that what you think is your best is never good enough for them, and they're never going to accept the fact that it is the best that they can do. The fact that they have engaged with you and they see you as a premium pick, especially early on, once you become stale or the situation becomes stale, now all of a sudden you weren't good enough. Now all of a sudden you need to do X, Y, and Z. Now all of a sudden you need to go see therapy or have therapy. You need to go get some counseling. This is what you're facing in this market, because men are always on the constant Ferris wheel, trying to appease and please and simp to women that say they're looking for greener pastures, right? They always bragging about what the DMs looking like. They always talking about what you won't do, somebody else will. They always, every man they come in contact with, they already got a backup plan. They already got somebody in mind. Every man she come in contact with is playing second place to another person. This is why we're telling y'all to accept the fact that you're not an appeal to Western black women in this country. Okay, and I get it. You know, you thinking that you have leveled up and you think that you're a premium pick and you have your ish together and all of that. But that's not really the purpose, though. The purpose for you to level up is for you to get somebody that's really, really, really on your program. All right, and honestly, I'm posing this to you guys is because we definitely can do a lot better. Some of us think that we have done better. Some of us think that we have topped out in our bets. Some of us look at, who we're with as a flex, when the reality is not a flex. It's just a matter of if, not if, but a matter of when. Not a matter of if. So, y'all come through and holler at your boy. Are you leveled up enough to become a better or a great option for women in this country? Do you think that you have arrived? Do you think that you are the one that women really, really want? Do you really believe that? Do you think that? Do you go to sleep at night knowing that you can pull whoever you want? Is it that easy? Do Bama need to go get some game courses to learn how the game really is in the United States? But let me just tell you straight up, I don't need them. I don't want them. Because I'm not the appeal. What is that? What is the appeal? What does that mean? What do you have to do in order to be appealing. Well, a lot of men in this country have found that they're not as appealing as they believe they are. As I've just suggested, that you will find yourself on the Ferris wheel constantly having to level up more and more and more and more, having to go get the latest fit, having to go get a couple more square footages on your house, having to go get a more up-to-date car, having to go and meet all these criteria that's not necessarily something that you think that you should do, but really to appeal to the women. And what really is appealing about that? What makes that appealing? To me, it's just you being a slave to someone else's satisfaction. When in reality, you're not going to get any reciprocation that is justified for the type of effort and the type of investment that you placed upon yourself. You're not going to get a return investment. Okay? Because, yeah, of course, time is being invested from her part, but it is essentially a waste of time. For example, women tell you all day, yeah, you know, we invested time. And then you think in terms, okay, in time, you're supposed to put in a certain amount of work. Question, what type of work did they actually put in? Think about it. What was the work that she put in? Conditional femininity, conditional intimacy, right? Sporadically, you know, she'll cook and clean, but she expects you to share in those duties, right? Complain about some of the things that is really required of women, but she wants that to be a unisex obligation. But yet at the same time, she expects you to be a traditional man and hold those traditional values. What's the investment? What type of work was put in? Well, it's conditional. But the expectations from her is, on your end, you need to be unconditional. You're supposed to give as a man in this country unconditionally. In my opinion, I'm not appealing to that fact. I couldn't appeal to it. And the reason for it is because I'm not cut that way, to only give and give and give and give and not see any type of reciprocation that is worth my time or the effort. A lot of you guys believe that a woman should not even have to put in any effort. She should just be woman. The reality is, a lot of these relationships that we see falling off the ledge in the United States is simply because of what I just explained. You find men doing most of the work. Women don't put in no work. And if she has to work for you, there is going to be some complaining. There's going to be some feeling towards the job that she's assigned to naturally. She's going to think in terms, she's a slave. She's going to start saying that she ain't happy. She's going to start believing that you're not trying hard enough. You're not doing enough. And she feeling like that when she open up her legs to you, whenever you want it, that she's putting in all the work. I'm not appealing, bro. When you have conditions and stipulations like that, then that's a I wouldn't even say a bargain. I would say that's not even a proposition that I would like to be involved with. This is why I don't appeal to black women. This is the reason why I don't appeal to the dating market itself, largely because there's a lopsided obligation towards men. All right. And at one time, we didn't have these types of discussions. At one time, you know, you had men not even worried about having to talk about the basic necessities to uphold a relationship. We never, I mean, we didn't have to talk about these petty conversations. And y'all know it's a petty conversation. But there has been a fix to that, though. It's been a fix to it. So listen, without further ado, let's get into this video from More to Life. Shout out to More to Life. I don't know the brother's name, but I watch his videos quite often. Y'all come through, hit the like button, man. If you're new, sub to the channel. But I want to definitely play this video because I found it relatable. I was able to relate to what these guys were saying. And it ain't just the few people that's on the video. This is the culture itself. And this is a indication that it's a fall off. And the country don't have anything to fix it. So without further ado, we're going to get into this, man. Let's cut this off.
Calling black men specifically toxic masculinity.
So how am I not attracting any black girls when I'm pro-black?
Don't make all over the age of 30 and there ain't nobody checking for you.
Wanting black men to come to the relationship table already achieved success.
If you're pro-black and if you honestly hold those ideologies, you're not going to believe all of the rhetoric.
When a man doesn't agree with you, that is the first thing that y'all do is go into an argumentative insult.
Black women bullied me so bad. I've never heard a black girl compliment me. Just don't feel like I'm desired by black women.
Now, that was a good point because you don't hear a lot of women talking about the values that men bring to their life. You don't hear them being complimentary. You may hear it or see it in a skit or something like that, but by and large, you're not going to see it as a culture. In the culture, you're not going to see women trying to be appealing, but rather you'll see rebellion or anger. You will see like discontent when you're in their presence. You can feel the hostility when you're around them, the vibe, the energy that they provide or project to you. It's not like how it was in the 90s when I've, got more involved with girls and stuff like that in my class, of course. You don't see a lot of jolly in these women. Like, you don't see the enthusiasm of being in your presence. Today, you see an angry, bitter woman that constantly look at every man as an excuse for why she's in the condition she's in. She's looking at every man the same as the very men that she was dating. Thus, this makes this woman unappealing. It makes her spirit dark and ugly. And men, for the most part, are just in an uncomfortable position of not knowing what do we do? What strategies should we implement in order to be in the good graces of these women? I I'm here to say that just accept the fact that you're not as appealing as you think you are, as you would like to be, regardless to you thinking that you are the man right here. The market says something totally different. But let's also accept the fact that you may just be appealing to another group of women. We also got to accept the fact that maybe other women see things in a natural sense and not in a hostile sense. We have to accept that fact. But most men are not privy to that information because they are locked into the matrix. And they believe that as long as they continue to keep trying and pursuing, that eventually that the dam is going to break. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not the case, bro. It's not the case. Let's go.
To black girls. And I'd say that, how do I honestly feel about black women? First, I'm going to talk about my childhood and how I viewed black girls. As a little boy, I was never attracted to black girls. And I'd say the reason for this is because I saw white as a beauty stand. Turn on TV, white girls. Go outside, white girls. Go in school, the ones I found attractive, white girls. Why didn't I like black girls as a child? Well, I just saw them more as like closer to family. They're like closer to like me, and that's not who I'm supposed to be attracted to. Looking back subconsciously, that's how I saw it as a kid, but I wouldn't be able to put it into words when I was that age. That's just how it was. When I would have interaction with the black girls, a lot of times they were often rude, mean, sassy, but since I wasn't really trying to get them, I was just kind of like, well, whatever, I guess that's how they are.
Well, we got to accept the fact that this is the culture. The sassiness, the rudeness, the bitterness, the anger towards every man they come in contact with. And listen, guys, they do this stuff without any cause. Except the fact that you're not appealing to black American women. Okay? Accept that fact. Accept the fact that her story says, hey, I've been hurt. I don't trust men. Accept that fact. Accept the fact that you're not appealing to her because she's constantly using those past excuses as a means to being mean, ugly, nasty, sassy towards you. And there's nothing you can do to change that fact. Now, I know Bama is not the only one that have encountered this. I mean, we can just take, for instance, going to a restaurant to order a burger and a fry or a chicken sandwich or a burrito or a salad or whatever. You see these women just like you see on that cartoon right there, that AI depiction. You have this ugly, angry, fierce looking look when she come around you, bro. You can't even go get a sandwich without this woman looking at you with the cut eye, side eye. Get around other people and she's just as jolly and just as friendly and just seems like she's good. But when you go around, you could just see all the huffing and the puffing and the snarkle and just ugly, man, nasty. I know I'm not the only one that's seen this, but these women do this without a reason. And I'm talking about a legitimate reason in the sense of the guy that you just walked past at the grocery store, he had nothing to do with your past. You automatically associate this man as an abuser. You automatically have a prejudice towards this man based off of your last relationship that happened 6 months ago. And this dude just walked by you to go get some damn some toilet tissue or or some steak at the grocery store, and you have an attitude. That's why we're not appealing, bro. I'm cool with it. I'm straight. I'm just saying that most of you guys got to accept that fact. I asked the question, what is the appeal? There is no appeal to them. The only thing that is appealing to them is your resources. Or if you're a handyman. That's the only thing that's appealing to them. Other than that, they want you to stay out their face. Other than that, they don't want you talking to them. Because you're really getting on their nerves. That's the reason why you have this contentious environment when you're around them. And it ain't because you had a bad day. Hell, you could just go in there because you hungry, and hell, you just order, and the next thing you know, she got an attitude with you. And you could tell it all over her face. You could tell by how she walked when she walk away from the cash register just to go and see about your order. You could see how she interact with other people at work. Let her tell it was because of you and the rest of you men. Let's go.
At that age, it didn't really matter to me at all. I didn't find Black girl attractive until I was about 12, so middle school age. The only reason that this happened was because I started to become pro-black. And when you're pro-black, you know, only black men can be with black women and black love, that type of thing. So I was like, okay, so now I have to be with a black girl. So now we're going to get into the dating side of things. I'm not going to go down a whole list of bad experiences. I'm just going to summarize it by saying that I never got anywhere with any black girl. Most I got was like a date with one person or one little thing with one person. And when I'm going through this, I'm thinking to myself, how am I not attracting any black girls when I'm pro-black? I call them queens, you know, I see them as great, and I want them to build and, you know, black love.
All right, so far, we see what the issue is. And we can see it clear as day.
Now, it don't matter if you're pro-black. It don't matter if you think they're queens. It don't matter if you open up your door and be a gentleman. None of this matters. How I know it don't matter? Hey, those guys finish last typically in this market. How I know that? These guys are the ones that's taking advantage of the most. Right? All these good men that these women be crying and clamoring over, guys, these women are seeking to take advantage of those men, bruh. Go look at the LeBron James. Go look at the Stephen Currys. Go look at them. How you think they getting treated at the crib? Of course, we're not there, but what I'm saying is, do you honestly think they get treated with respect? It don't really matter how you've leveled up in life, bro. What you have contributed to society, what you have done in your personal life, none of that don't mean nothing to these women, man. Because again, once the bubble gum becomes stale, bro, they want another piece. They want another piece, bro. They want another sweet piece. So what is the appeal? It is a temporary fix, a temporary piece of enjoyment. Check. Now, you may say, well, I never, you know, all the girls I've been with in the past, man, they all treated me well, and man, you know, I ain't never had no bad experiences. Well, are you single now? Most of you gonna say yes. Okay, well, why the hell them damn relationships didn't matter, didn't last if they were so damn good? If you had it going on like that, and you was such a great guy, you've never had a bad experience, then tell me why you ain't with none of those chicks to this day. Why you not married with kids and being a great example to this day? Why you not, you know, showing other men how to level up and do all of that? I'll tell you why. You just trying to stick up for the American black woman like she's such a magnificent catch. When in reality, you know and I know and the world knows that this shit is in a shambles. Is in shambles. And most men have had the same experiences as we're hearing right now. Most men have seen somebody they know go through exactly what we're hearing right now. A lot of you guys would dismiss this young brother in his experience as if, no, it's just him. Look at his hair. Look at his edge up. He has a receding hairline. He ain't grown a beard yet. He looks weird. He looks socially awkward. He looks like, you know, he needs to level up more in life. It's all kinds of excuses. When the onus really goes to the woman, and actually it goes to the actual culture that the women now control. They actually control the dating market in America, and they have raised these unlofty expectations to not even above average men can reach. But this is what we have going on, dog. Let's go.
Black women would consider him corny. It's wild because coming from where I'm from, I wasn't corny. But I didn't speak like him because I was from the suburbs, same thing. I wasn't viewed as the optimal choice, right? So now he said that. Now I want to see more. I'm going to show you more of what black men and how and black men that are in a similar situation and what they're going through. Pay attention.
I'm convinced that black women just don't want me. Let me explain. I can't tell you the last time I was able to take a black girl out on a date. And I've tried. I've never heard a black girl compliment me, tell me I was handsome, call me sexy. I just don't feel like I'm desired by black women. I've gotten left on scene. They just don't give me no play. The only women that has ever called me attractive or sexy or I've been able to take out on a date has been Spanish, white, Vietnamese, Guyanese. I get nothing from black women. I don't know if it's because I talk proper or if I'm just like educated or if it's because I'm not in the streets.
Facts. I can agree with this guy. In the last, besides maybe my mom or somebody like that, outside of my family, in the dating market itself, the last time I've been complimented was probably 2009. That's the last time I got a compliment from a black woman. And that's when I used to bounce at the club, man. That's when I had, that's when I was most active with black women. Because I was married, for a large portion of that time from really 04 up until 09 when I got divorced in 09 from my first marriage. But then I went to the little bachelor thing, went through that, and I had gotten a lot of hits, a lot of compliments. But that shit dried up. Black women do not believe in complimenting black men, bro. This is why I say you should accept the fact that there is no appeal. You may get it every so often, especially you guys that are available, you still going out, of course you may get some form of traction. I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying that it's not like how it used to be. And it is so rare you find an appealing woman to even occupy your time. So I can agree with these guys. Like, I haven't been on a date with a black woman in sheesh since I was married. But the thing is too, on my on from my part, I don't even make myself available though. You know, I'm not even on the market at all. I've accepted the fact and just pulled myself off the shelf. I'm discontinued. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Or because I'm not 6'5'7", by the way. But for some reason, it just hasn't happened. So I kind of gave up and I just don't even try no more because I just got tired of rejection.
All right, so you heard what he said, right? Now take a look at this. These other black men feel the exact same way. Let's view. He said, well, if I said I'm convinced black men don't want me, of course, I'm not going to attract them. Because I've created that in my mind, it becomes my reality. They don't go on dates, like whatever, right? They don't go on dates no more, for real, unless you pay a light bill first. And listen to this one, this is the kicker. I love black women. I love my black queens, but they don't love me. I have been called corny and everything else. But at the end of the day, I still love my black queens. I just can't find one. So that's what's going on so far. Let's continue.
Not attracting any of them. This is the point where my frustration started to come in, because I'm not just seeing it as I'm just trying to get some black girls. I'm viewing it as we need to come and build together, but none of them are wanting to do that with me. Around the age of 19, I just completely dropped this because it's not getting me anywhere. From then to the present, whenever I try to do anything with a black girl, I'm just like, this is probably not going to go anywhere, and I don't really like pursue it, or I half-ass it, and it goes nowhere. It's kind of like we just weren't meant to be. If I never...
Now that's another point. That's another point. The reason why that guy know it's not going to go anywhere because the data and the statistics, and outside of that, the culture itself produces breakup culture. It is breakup culture. It's not long-term culture. It's breakup culture. He know that. Everybody knows that. And it'd be hard for you to say that you shouldn't go into these relationships with these preconceived notions. No. The culture is what produced these doubts in our minds. It's the environment that shaped our opinions. Until and unless you attack that, in which you're not going to win that, because social media is going to win all day long. Until you do that, and unless you do that, it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. I've accepted the fact, guys, that I am not an appeal to American black women. I've accepted that fact. I'm not losing any sleep over it. I'm not depressed about it. I just want to help guys understand that you should accept the fact as well. It's not even copium at this point. It's not hopium and it's not copium. It's acceptance. The fact is, you know what you are. Why would you allow a toxic culture or dating pool dictate what you are? When the reality, all of these people that get all this great advice for said culture is really on the brink of breaking up their damn self. Most of these people that give you all this great advice got so many problems in their relationships. They just finished arguing just a second ago. Then jumped on a live talking about power couple this, power couple that, black love this, black love that. They just cussed out their significant other. They just cussed them out. They just called them a name. And then they get up here and advise you to make the same steps they took. No. They're only setting you up for failure, bro. On this channel, man, I just want to genuinely help guys realize that you don't have to focus on a market that doesn't focus on you. You don't have to prioritize a market that don't even prioritize you. They see you as, again, an accessory, a utility. You're not even a necessity anymore because they have this notion that we're strong and independent. We don't need no man. We want a man, but we don't need him. And they have go as far as talking religious about it and saying how the Creator said they should only want a man and not need him. Well, you can have that. This is the reality, guys. You have to accept it. It's called acceptance, not copium or hopium. Let's go.
Ever became pro-black, I wouldn't like them at any point in my life, most likely. If I'm being completely honest, though, there are black women I'm attracted to, like literally right now, as of the time I'm making this video. But when I try to pursue it, like even slightly, it's kind of like this wasn't meant to happen. But I just explained my whole backstory with black women. So now, how do I view them in the present? Well, I'll just say not very positively. So how do I view them just as people? Well, my experience now, versus as a kid, a lot of the times they're still rude and just terrible people to interact with. I mean, that's just what I'm used to experiencing with them on all different levels. Like, no amount of pro-blackness or trying to see their humanity is going to change that. It's just my experience. It is what it is. This video I'm doing is not even an anti-black woman video. This is just my experience with them. It's a negative experience, but it's my experience. I know there's black men out there that have plenty of great experiences with black women on different levels, and good for them. I just can't relate to that. If I had good experiences with them, I could view them as good people that I have a high respect for, but unfortunately, it's the exact opposite.
You heard them.
Now, there are guys that have successful relationships. I know some of y'all panties are in the wad because we're talking about the toxicity of the dating culture. It don't pertain to you. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all are weird. That's the reason why, you're not having success. I know that's what you want to dismiss it about. But just understand this. It is not by happenstance that the American black woman is married at 25%. Black men are married at 37%. Okay? It's not by happenstance. That's a reality. Okay? Don't get to talking about how statistics are not true and all that, when the reality is these people keep up with the divorce rates, the marital rate. That's why you go to the courthouse, so they can keep a tally on it. The numbers suggest that there is no appeal for you. There is no appeal. If anything, the numbers suggest that there is a lot of discontent, bitterness, anger, lack of motivation, a lack of seriousness for you. And for the biggest and the most important thing is there is a lack of respect for you. How I know it? Well, look at it as it from the lens of the culture. What other race of women get on social media and dog they women out or they men out better than black women? Name me what other race can actually dog their men out like black women can. How many of them have done it? These people are not appealing to you, and you're not appealing to them. You have more black men, as they would say, complaining and crying about what we wear on our heads and what we put on our eyelashes, on our eyebrows, and what kind of makeup we put on, what kind of clothes we wear. Listen, that's a lack of appeal. That's a lack of interest in the woman. The amount of ish that these women talk about us on, it is not an indication that they are appealing to you or to us. And I'd be able to say it's the same goes for you. They're not appealing to you as we're not appealing to them. There is no appeal. What is the appeal? At this point, the dating market is not appealing. It is not attractive enough to suggest that the marital rate will actually go up anytime soon. That marital rate ain't going up. The divorce rate is going to go up. Because the more vigor, the more anger that is spewed out of these women's mouths on social media, and the videos are being shared to fellow women, it only flames the fire. This not gonna get no better, guys. This is the reality. These are, if you want to say a minority of men, which I doubt if it's the minority of men, I would say it's the majority of men. Hey, if you want to dismiss it like it's just a few of y'all, then keep on believing that. But the reality is, the number suggests otherwise. It's only going to get worse, guys. It's going to get worse. It ain't just your opinion. It ain't his opinion. It is the general consensus that's saying this. Okay? It's become now popular opinion. How you gonna just dismiss that? Check. So we don't have anybody that came up. Nobody wants to come up and join the discussion. We're gonna start landing this plane. Get you guys to accept the fact. If it's working out for you, maybe this message ain't for you. You don't like what I'm saying? This message ain't for you. This channel ain't for you. The reality is, this message is for men that have been affected by the dating market, that feels that or think that it doesn't apply to them anymore, or they don't fit in the market. I would say that it ain't a matter of you fitting in the market. I would say that you have outgrown the market. They have grown into a total different direction than where you at. There's nothing wrong with you. It's something wrong with the actual market. And I'm saying this because of the climate that the market is in, the way that the market view the men. The men are not valued. They are great valued. Walmart, right? And hey, they are aftermarket. Okay? So accept that fact. There is no appeal. All right? As we get out of here, man, appreciate y'all. Whenever y'all do come up, maybe y'all will view this video and drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about it. I personally am not in the business of trying to be appealing. I'm not trying to level up for an American EBT Keisha. I'm not trying to be the man with a plan, and eventually the plan is going to be conquered by a woman seeking to take assets. I don't recommend that to no man. I don't recommend no man tie himself down to a culture of vultures. I wouldn't recommend that. I say be careful, be leery, and move safely in this wilderness, man. You know? Anyway, appreciate y'all for coming through, man. And we gonna get out of here, dog. And y'all enjoy y'all day. This is your boy Bama, man. Bama the Traveler. Bama in Brazil. Some of you know me as, and if you've been with me for a while, as Pure Bama. But all and all, I'm a free man that travel, and I'm all Bama, bruh. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Y'all have a good one.